What?
There was a tangle right here, so I went line up to try to fix it, but then now there's two line coming from there.
How do you fix it? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything in between, this is Outdoors with Unc, and I'm hanging out with my little nephew today. We're going to do a little yellow perch fishing, and maybe get a little campfire, roast some marshmallows, roast some hot dogs. Just kind of be outdoors. If that sounds like something you're interested in, thanks for checking out the channel, and let's get started. He's currently trying to work some magic on his reel. I'm gonna rip up some cardboard and get going on this fire. Pretty rainy day in the Pacific Northwest, but the sun's starting to peek out. Actually, before I get going on the fire, I'm gonna get a worm out and see if I can't catch some perch as well. Nothing too fancy here. We just got a bobber, leader, baby hook. Got some night crawlers from the gas station. Let's get that out on the pond and see what we can catch. Here, switch.
It was tangled and then there was two lines there. So I don't know what happened.
Say that again and I'll kill you. Live for all these people to see. What do you mean you don't know what happened?
I know what happened because there was a tangle right on this, but then once I got to that part, two lines were just coming out now.
We'll get it figured out. Hey, good morning. Happy Thursday. Today it's we're just keeping it simple, hanging out in the backyard pond, trying to figure out what my nephew did to my reel here. I think he made all of about 2 casts before just completely screwing it up. But that's par for the course. It's all right. It's a beautiful day. Let's catch some fish, maybe build a little campfire. It just feels good to be outside. If you're new to the channel, I go live every day, 7 p.m. I used to go every morning, but that pesky 9 to 5 thing kind of got in my way. So I just kind of go randomly. Sometimes live randomly in the morning. And most of my content's fishing related. Might be gardening related. I do a fair bit amount of gardening. This is my backyard pond. It's 4 acres. This time of year, if it rains, which it does where I live all the time, it gets a little bigger and it connects into it's fed by a larger lake. And then it drains out into a few smaller lakes on the south end, and eventually the Willapa Bay in Washington State. Little drizzly this morning. Got a thick marine layer moving through. Water temp on the pond's about 65 degrees. Outside temp's about 62. Just trying to get some of this cardboard ripped up. Get a little fire going here in a minute. Species of fish in the backyard pond are yellow perch, bluegill, catfish, trout, spotted, and largemouth bass. And just like that, we're on. Ooh. Yep, baby bluegill this morning.
That was cool.
And I mean, baby.
Look at the cheeks on it.
It's actually not a bluegill. This is a North American pumpkin seed.
It's a pumpkin seed.
And he's got pretty cool coloring. We're gonna get him back. He's just a little guy. But he's part of a sunfish species. And if you ask me, they're one of the prettiest freshwater fish in North America. A little pumpkin seed.
Gonna get my worm.
Pretty cool. We'll throw him back. All right, fish number 1. Not complaining. Just a little pumpkin seed, but the kid's having a good time with it. And I'm having a good time too. Just ripping up some cardboard here. Gonna get a little fire going. Drizzly morning in the Pacific Northwest. If you're new to the channel, we live fish every day, 7 p.m. And sometimes live during the day. Depends on what I got going on. Plan for the fire is simple. Just got some old untreated 2x4s left over from a project I was working on, and probably should have pulled the screws on them, but I didn't, so I'll have to come back with a magnet later and clean them out. Everything's real wet. I live on the coast. Ocean's about a mile that way. So we get heavy marine layers that move through, and everything's just kind of damp all the time. So I don't know if we'll be able to get this going or not. I mean, I know we can get it going. A little bit of vitamin G, about 87 octane, we can get her going. I got one line out in the pond already, and hasn't gotten hit. Still pretty early here on the Best Coast. I wish I would have made some kindling, maybe chopped up one of these 2x4s a little bit more, but I didn't. Our state's actually under a heat warning today, but that definitely doesn't apply to my part of the state. And there's also a burn warning in effect, so that means I have to have an improved fire pit, and I can't get more than 3 feet tall, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Normally it would be, but we'll keep it small today. Stop, drop, and roll. Dang.
I'm always messing up the wall. How do I do it like this?
You're a kid. A little bit of smoke. Trying to get that fire going. Got a couple lines in the water. Looking for yellow perch, and maybe there he is. I'm getting a bite.
I don't understand how it is.
That wood's a little damp, and once it gets going, some of that smoke could die down a little bit. A little drizzly, rainy morning here in the Pacific Northwest. If you're new to the channel, this is the backyard pond, and I'm just looking for some yellow perch. It's a 5-acre pond fed by a larger lake, and we're currently hotboxing the neighborhood. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna keep getting that fire built. If I can get that wood to catch, hopefully it'll smoke less. But it's right now a giant ass smoke bomb that I am preparing for the neighborhood. So I'm gonna try to give that fire some love, and I'll be with you guys in a minute. I'm keeping an eye on a bobber. Nephew's out fishing as well. Just kidding, he's playing with his line.
I got him.
Yeah, you haven't even made like one good cast, man. Oh, that's not true. You made one cast, caught one fish, which is more fish than I've caught, so.
Where have you tangled your line at all?
Zero tangling of my line.
2 tangling for me.
Yeah, but that's 2 out of 2. That's not too good of odds. That wood is just damp, and we're struggling a little bit. I didn't overly plan on having a campfire this morning. It was just, is it a campfire if you're not camping? I don't know. Why not? If you're wondering how to get the fire department called on you, this is a prime example. Luckily, not too many of my neighbors are snitches. I gotta move out of that smoke, sorry.
Yeah.
Just trying to rip up some of this cardboard, feed it in. It looks like we lost our flame. Have to start all over. Might have to resort to the octane method. The gas is like $5 a gallon where I live, so I'm not in a huge hurry to do that. That's how you know the price of gas is too high, when you can't afford to start a fire anymore. We got a bit of cardboard. I think we'll get her going. I have to put some more effort into fishing here pretty soon. My problem is I don't have any kindling. I'm just trying to burn straight wet 2x4s. Not super wet, but I mean, definitely damp.
Hopefully, I can eat more. What else is left?
Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday, Thursday, whatever day it is where you are.
You probably spend most of the time. No, I'm doing it.
You're making it complicated.
Oh, I didn't know.
This is your top line. Close it. This. There. Now hold. No. That's how you get tangled. See what happened?
Oh, dang it. What?
Why do you think that happened?
Because I reeled in. I'm guessing.
You can't reel in loose line.
Oh.
So what you do is you hold your hand right here. Hold it. Hold the line. Now reel it. Gotta hold the line tight. See, this is what happens.
Yep. I'm sorry, Vince.
You don't have to apologize. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm not mad at you. I'm just showing you. If the line isn't tight when you're reeling it up,
It gets tangled?
it gets tangled. It comes off the spool, causes those little loops, and doesn't work correctly. So okay, see, now you're past that. So flip it, hold it tight, and then reel it up. Hold the line. Yeah, there you go. And then just feed it through your fingers. If if there's a loop or a tangle, you're gonna have to pull it out. But keep going, you're doing great. Keep going. You're doing a good job. So close yet so far away. A little bit of rain coming up. I should probably should have made some kindling. I'm just trying to straight up burn some 2x4s, and we're on the struggle bus. If I had a little bit of smaller sticks or something, I could much easier get it going. But hey, shout out to the 3 people. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Just trying to build a little campfire, hang out with my nephew, do some yellow perch fishing. He just untangled the fishing line on his own, which is a huge step in the right direction. Gen Alpha in the house.
You probably should move this away.
Yes, you should probably move the worms away from the campfire. That'd be great. I think I'm going to see if I can find some smaller kindling. Rain's kind of moving in, a little drizzle. Or maybe some cardboard. I think I'm close to getting the fire going. I'm just not quite there yet. Landon, can you keep an eye on my bobber? Landon, talk to the people. Let them know where you're from and what you're doing. Don't be chicken. Sorry for all that noise. We're pretty close on that little campfire. My problem is I didn't have any kindling, so I'm just trying to catch these massive, not massive, these 2x4s on fire, and I got them stacked pretty well. But it's a little drizzly, thick marine layer, having a hard time getting it going. You know, I can't walk and chew gum, so it's kind of hard to get the fire going. And the little drizzle on the pond isn't helping much either. If you're new to the channel, we go live every day, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard. And, you know, I try to switch it up, do something new. But a lot of times, yeah, I know I just missed that bite. A lot of times it's just hanging out in the backyard, catching perch, catching bass. It's always a good time, you know. I live about a mile from the ocean, and I've tried to go live from the ocean, but the cell phone signal is less than desirable, and some of my video quality is just not good. So I'm trying to switch that up and just go live from the backyard pond. I catch lots of different species here. It's one of my favorite things to do. It is definitely starting to rain, and I'd say we needed it, but we don't. I live on the Washington State coast, and it always rains, so let's see if we can get this cardboard, get this fire going. Kind of in the mood for marshmallows for breakfast.
Look what I got.
Landon just caught himself a lily fish. Need to stop being lazy and just chop some kindling. But I have an abundance of Amazon boxes at the moment, so I'm gonna keep feeding those in there until hopefully it catches. Hope you're having a great Thursday. Thanks for checking out the channel.
I did get bit. Let me decide this right. I'm probably gonna quit.
Okay. You didn't even fish. You just spent the whole time fighting your fishing gear. Why do you want to quit? I don't care if you do, it's fine.
I don't want to get it tangled again.
I told you how to not get it tangled. Try it. One more cast. Come on, bro. You got this.
One more cast. That's it. If I catch a fish, then I'll do a feed. Ow! No, look in your hand doesn't feel it.
Is it because you don't want to put the worm on? Is that why you...
No, that's not it.
All right. Problem is, like, I know, thanks, headed on an adventure, man. Are hooked on adventure. I haven't seen you around before. Thanks for jumping in, man. We're just doing a little yellow perch fishing in the backyard pond. Got a little fire in the midst. I mean, we're just warming up, but we're getting there. This is my backyard. Welcome to it. It's a 5-acre pond fed by a larger lake. Feeds out into a few smaller ponds. There's yellow perch, bluegill, pumpkin seeds, spotted bass that we're trying to kind of cull out, and largemouths, of course. Just trying to get rid of some of these old Amazon boxes and 2x4s I had left over from a decking project. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Thanks for taking the time to check out the channel. I think we got some of those larger 2x4s. Might help out the little nephew. Yeah, settlement, we hooked up with like a little pumpkin seed, which is just like a, I don't know if you guys know what those are. They're just a little freshwater sunfish. But they look freaking amazing. They're cool. Like, I wouldn't mind putting one in my aquarium. They're like a deep turquoise color pumpkin seed. You can Google it. But nothing too crazy yet. Yeah, let's see if we can get you off that struggle bus and have some fun. What's the problem?
This. I tried to cast, and the moment I look back, this is what I saw. Thank you.
Grab me a worm. I'll put it on for you. Or at least grab me the worms. Trying to teach him how to be a little more independent. So,
I put my worms on. Well,
and
at least.
He's been getting better. He gets a little frustrated, as we all tend to do. But I think he'll be in a better mood once he starts catching some fish. So I'm gonna help him out, get him out there. I'll let him cast it. Let him see if we can get that morale up a little bit. If not,
smoke is not helping at all.
Beatings will incur until morale improves.
Thank you.
Hey, Pablo. Pablo from Texas. What's up? Good morning, man. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, out here just trying to rich some lips on the backyard pond. We almost got a little fire going. Might break out some marshmallows. I'm pretty hungry, and I feel like marshmallows for breakfast would be the thing to do. Joys of summertime, right? Problem is I have no base layer on that fire. I just been keeping it going with cardboard, hoping to get these 2x4s. But everything's pretty wet, pretty drizzly morning out here on the coast. Is that you way out there? Yeah. Good job, man. It was his birthday last week, about a week ago, and I took him go-kart racing yesterday, and I had to the age to race go-karts was 12, and he just turned 11, but he met the height requirement, so I lie for him, you know. I say, yeah, no, he's 12 years old. And they asked him his birthday, and he lied himself, like made it up on the spot. And as an uncle, I have never been more proud. I did coach him a little bit going into it. You know, I asked him, you know, I said no, and I gave him the year that he was born, 1 year less. But, he totally got it and got to go racing go-karts, and it was a really fun time. I just wish I wouldn't have given him those Miller Lights first. Welcome to Outdoors with Unc, where we joke about giving minors alcohol. Actually, in Washington State, kids can drink legally at home with their parents or guardians. So, well, that was a fictitious story. It's not illegal if you're watching this after the fact and you happen to be law enforcement. It's always fun to play with fire. I think I got it going enough to where I can leave it alone, pay a little more attention to my bobber. Pretty slow. Normally we're just crushing it in the backyard pond, but right now at the moment it's a little slow. Bloop. Pablo, man, we just got one little pumpkin seed, which is like a sunfish. I haven't been putting too much effort into it. I'm just kind of trying to get that fire going a little bit, and that's it. Just trying to get that fire going at the moment. I think we're there-ish. You know, my other nephew, he's a little older, 13 or so. And he's just not into the fishing thing. And, you know, like as an uncle, I'm like, I want him to be into the same hobbies. All right, that, my friend, is a bluegill.
Stop dumping all of that. Annoying.
Let's hurry up so we can get him back in the water.
Watch the fire. That he has a yellow throat.
Look at the belly on this guy. That is one bellied up bluegill. I mean, he's probably 6 inches long and 8 inches wide. Or, but I mean, that is one
oh, my worm's still there.
bellied up little bluegill, man. Pretty cool. Let's get him back, let him grow a little bit. But fish number 2. That thing had a tummy on it. Yeah, I mean, 8 inches, but he was probably half pound. Let's go. Ripping lips and starting fires. Not a bad Thursday. Hope you guys are having a good one too.
Dang it. Then turns out the sweet spot now. Still sweet.
Said, turns out the sweet spot he found is still sweet. Hey babe, can you grab me a power bar or a meat and cheese or something? And maybe a cup of coffee? Push my luck. Please. And if you're thinking like, hey, Unc, bro, save the ozone. Why don't you recycle that cardboard? Because the nearest recycling cardboard place is about 45 miles away. And my truck gets all of 14 miles to the gallon. So loud ass Canadians, man. We have a couple that live here year round. But a lot of times we just get migratory ones that move through. And that was ones that just kind of showed up this morning. Thank you. Good morning. Can I have a Built Bar? I asked for that in the first place. I'm whispering, but they can totally hear me on the mic. No, probably not.
You said meat and cheese. You don't need bubble fat, so.
They could probably hear that. A little ASMR.
I'll bring it.
Breakfast of champions, meat and cheese. I told my doctor I was going to stop eating cheese for breakfast. Here we are. That bitch don't know my life. A little bit of coffee. A little bit of fire. A little bit of living the dream. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Thanks for taking the time to check out the channel. Been wanting to get out and do some.
I couldn't see your bobble.
Been wanting to get out and do some perch fishing out in the. Well, I'm doing perch fishing right now, but surf perch, the surf perch in the ocean, and they're fun. I run a crappie rig, which is like a high-low rig, 2 hooks, and sometimes I'll hook them up 2 at a time. They don't get real big, bigger than a yellow perch. You know, big one's probably 17, 18 inches, weighs 2.5 pounds. But they're delicious. Like, if you're going for like the fish taco route, that's definitely not a bad way to do it.
How am I not good?
But the only problem with that is there's a lot. Sorry, my eyes are just on fire right now. There's a lot that goes into the surf perch fishing. You gotta tide your tide, and then you have to, you know, weather, tide, wind, a whole lot goes into it. And it just hasn't worked out yet. The weather hasn't been good enough. We've had small craft advisories. And we actually just had a couple fishermen drowned. Where I live in the Pacific Northwest, the Southwest Washington coast is very dangerous. We have terrible rip currents, and we lose people every year. Like I said, we just lost 2 fishermen. About a month ago now, and even if the weather is good, I mean, you're still dealing with, on a good day, maybe a 2-foot swell. But I was out there this morning, and it was, you know, 6 to 8 foot swells. Hey, I think we got fish number 2. Fish number 3. I think we are bluegill, a pumpkin seed, and this mystery fish. Let's see what we got.
It's a yellow belly.
Oh, we got a little yellow belly perch. That's kind of what we're here for.
Why are we here for just that?
We're here for whatever bites. But, it's a good looking fish. Just wanting to spike the ever-loving Jesus out of me. But, that's kind of what we're targeting today is those little yellow belly perch. This guy's pretty small, so I'm going to gently release him. And hopefully fish number 3. Let's get it. Fish number 3 before I've even had my first full cup of coffee. This is turning out to be a pretty freaking fantastic Thursday. Friday Eve. But, yeah. Yeah. Did you try? Did you try before you... Okay.
There's this little line right here, so I don't... Does that stay there or not? I don't know. Is this supposed to stay there or not? I don't...
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The bobber has the line that runs from the top to the bottom, so there's always a piece of line right here.
Got it. Okay.
You're trying to be too careful, I guess.
I don't want to end up getting tangled again. A little frustrated.
Yeah, you're doing better now, though. Campfire, yellow perch. Are you not entertained? Sorry, I decided to head down by the water. I want to catch fish. A little jealous. Nephew was crushing it. I think we're 3-1, and no, 3-0. It's just a total blowout. But to be fair, I was building a fire and drinking coffee. So we got a bobber out there, a little night crawler. We'll see what we can hook up. Fires don't... Sorry, we're turning this into a mukbang. If you don't know what a mukbang is, go ahead and Google. Don't Google it. Just save yourself some time. You'd rather not know. Once these 2x4s burn down a little bit, we'll be in a better position. I also got some old, like, hey, here comes the sun. Feels like a Beatles song. Here comes the sun. Do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright. I don't know the current age of the people lurking in the lobby, but if you got the reference, you're probably pretty old. And if you remember hearing it on the radio, you're even older, but pretty good morning in the backyard pond thus far. If you're just getting here, thanks for checking us out on a Thursday. We do live fishing every day, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard, and sometimes randomly through the day if I can get it. My little nephew's out here. He's caught a bluegill, a yellow perch, and pumpkin seed. I have caught nothing, but I've been trying to keep the fire going and drinking coffee. Just having a really chill Thursday. Nasimbuenya omokichi mababa. That's my best friend. Her name's Bailey. She's part of every fishing adventure. And it's weird being middle-aged, bro. And just like that, the two people were gone. But that's alright. If you don't like chihuahuas, you won't like the channel, because she's always here. Normally you kind of want to build your fire from like underneath up, and I have the exact opposite. All my fire is just way up here, and barely going because of it. Just burning some old 2x4s I had left over from a decking project. And drinking some coffee, trying to catch some yellow perch on a Thursday. Spending some quality time with the fam. Over there, that guy. I got 2 of them for a week, and the older one's just not into fishing. He's just, he's like, oh, I love it, I love it. He does it for about 10 minutes, and then gives up. This one he likes it. He's more about it. Hey, Hooked on Adventure, good to see you, man. Appreciate it. I saw you up in here earlier. Where are you from, and what do you like to fish for, man? What's your channel about? Go ahead and plug it, man. We all friends here. I like that. Sorry, mouthful of breakfast, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Getting some coals now. Maybe I'll, if I can catch, sorry, eyes on fire. If I can catch a good sized perch, I'll clean it up off camera and throw it in the pan with some a lot of guys are bass fishermen, and ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, I recently got into bass. It was never my thing. Living so close to the coast, I'm a salmon fisherman. I go out and I get salmon, Dungeness crab, surf perch, that kind of thing. But my family's been buying me all this gear, and I wound up with a bunch of bass gear. You know, kids will buy you something and they don't know what you fish with, you know. So they're just like, oh, this looks cool, and you end up with, you know, frogs and spinners and all kinds of stuff you wouldn't normally use. So I decided, I said, I got all this stuff. It ain't doing any good sitting in the shop, you know. So let's see some bass fishing. And so I've been bass fishing pretty heavy for the last few weeks, and I enjoy it. You know, I'm pretty lucky to live on a little pond, and we do have a pretty large bass population. They don't get real big here because we just don't get the temperature. A big bass here is probably 2 to 3 pounds. I think my PB for the backyard pond here is about 1.5 pounds. We do get some catfish. But they're not very big. They're just a bullhead catfish, and they typically weigh 0.5 pound to 1 pound, but they're pretty good eating. Gear's all tangled up. Doing more YouTubing than fishing, but yeah, Hooked on Adventures or Hooked on Outdoors, something like that. I'll check out your channel, man. When I get some time, I'll go over there and see what you got. Drop a comment and show some love. This rod is all kinds of nostalgic for me. It is a Zebco Eclipse. Of course, it's not the original reel because it's at least 40 years old, but it was the first rod I ever had. I've been married once, no ex-wives. Yeah, but you never know what the future is going to hold, right? She could have the kids, but I'm keeping the dog. Hey, shout out to you if you're just getting here. Got me with a mouthful of breakfast, but thanks for checking us out. We're doing a little backyard pond fishing on a Thursday. Got a little campfire going. Just keeping it simple, going for some yellow perch. My nephew's already caught a couple bluegill, one little sunfish called a pumpkin seed.
One yellow belly, one bluegill, and
Yeah, so I think he's up to about 4 fish. 3. And if you're thinking like, bro, why are you starting a fire in July? It's about 55 degrees and raining. I live on the Washington State coast and it's cold. We get just heavy, thick marine layers of clouds. And sometimes it burns off, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes we're just stuck in the gloom and the weather all week. Fish Bite's really hooked on adventures. Thanks, man. You know, I've used some Cast King products. They're alright. I mean, no hate there. But I got a lot of gear that I inherited from friends and family, and just, I'm an old man now, so like, of course I got gear, right? So I don't have to buy saltwater gear. I gotta buy new lures and that kind of thing. But I tried the Sea Night by Cast King, and they're like, oh, it's a saltwater reel. That thing didn't even last 1 season in the surf. It just totally seized up. And I mean, I rinse all my gear after every time I'm out in the salt, and I oil it and I maintain it. But that Cast King, I think it was called the Sea Night. I can't remember. They said it was for saltwater. It was definitely not. You know, for freshwater, like my main pole is a 7-foot medium Abu Garcia bait caster. But I'm not catching too big a freshwater fish, to be honest with you. You know, it seems like it's lately just a 2-3 pound bass. But I'm a big Abu Garcia fan. Sometimes I do salmon fishing on the river. I just got back, about a month ago from 4-night camp in Kedge. I was looking for Chinook. But then if I'm off the bank, I'm running a 14-foot, like, telephone pole, man, because I'm trying to throw an 8-ounce weight. Yeah, the Vendetta is a good one. I just, I'm not a pro fisherman, right? I'm fishing on the bank with my nephew, and I like having good gear, and I'm not cheap. I'll spend money if I need to spend money, but it's just, I don't do it enough to, really invest a lot of time into it. My main one is, salmon fishing off the boat, and I'm not gonna use, if I'm in the boat, I'll use like Abu Garcia, not Abu Garcia, I'll use Daiwa. Daiwa is my favorite saltwater brand. And they're expensive, but they hold up the best, in my opinion. And I mean, I catch probably 20, 30 salmon a year. And if I'm out in the boat or on the bank, I try to throw my Daiwa around. But I've been using the same Daiwa and the salt for, man, it never ends. Like, this year I learned how to do kokanee fishing. Kokanee is just like a freshwater landlocked salmon. And I'd never done it before, and I figured it was like a trout, but it's nothing like a trout. And it's not overly like a salmon. It tastes like a salmon, smokes like a salmon, but it's fished completely different, whole different rigs, and had an absolute blast learning that. That was kind of a new fish for me this year. And I mean, I crushed it. I did a 4-day camping trip. That seems to be the max I can do is 4 days, and then my back starts hurting. But I had a 4-day camping trip up at this reservoir, and I crushed it. I ended up with like 30-something fish, and had a really great time. If you guys want, you can check out that video. It's pretty all right, But yeah, no, and I enjoy fishing all kinds, whether it's a pond or a stream or canal, a mud puddle, the ocean, you name it, and I'll fish it. So are you admitting defeat? No.
Is this like a challenge? Because yes, then you're losing.
If it's a challenge, I'm losing.
Yeah. I free you.
You said I need to step my game up. Are you challenging me? Oh, all right. Are we going for biggest fish or just volume? Whoever catches the most.
Biggest.
All right. You want to go with the biggest route? Let's get it.
You have a worm on there?
I did. That's what I'm running right now. It's just the same setup you are. But I wasn't trying too hard with it, so.
Oh, wait. You get out.
Might go grab my little bait caster and a speed worm. I was just challenged to a fish off by that dude, Gen Alpha. But he's gone pretty hard. I can't be hating on the Gen Alpha. They're so different. His like older cousin I'm watching as well does not give two damns about fishing. He's just not about it. And I'm not mad at him. I can't make you be interested in my hobbies. I can just show them to you, right? But he's a bike rider. We got a couple e-bikes and we'll go cruise the beach, and that's kind of mine and his thing. But this dude is born to fish, man. We were out in the boat for an hour and a half yesterday without a nibble, and it was 0 complaints, so. Well, if you got tangled, that's really going to give me a head start on this fishing challenge. I'm gonna run up and grab my bait caster, see if I can switch tactics, maybe type a Ned rig, and see what we can get. Ned rig, my inline spinner. I think we're a little bit late in the day for top water. Choices in life, right? It's hard to beat a good Ned rig, though. You know, we spend all this money on this epic gear. You got, you know, $45 jackhammers and whopper ploppers and frogs and just all of this stuff. And 90% of the bass I catch are just on this Ned rig. You know, just a simple Ned rig. Nothing too crazy. Might throw an inline. I got an inline already tied up there, but like a rooster tail. Lots of different things will bite on a rooster tail. If you're just getting here, hope you're having a good Thursday. I am missing bites on my bobber. Kind of having just a little, just for fun, 1v1 fishing challenge versus the nephew. And, hey, that's my pole, fool.
I was just helping you because most likely we got enough. Maybe.
What do we got? What do we got?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's nice.
Got a little, this is what I was kind of expecting to see the most. Kind of foul hooked him, which I'm not a huge fan of. He'll definitely have a little battle scar. If he was a little bigger, I'd just go ahead and eat him, but he's... There we go. Yellow perch, that's what we're here for. And he's bellied up, he's got a nice size. I could say what most fishermen say when they catch small fish and then be like, oh, that's perfect frying size, bro. Eat that little yellow perch. And I might later, depending. I like them a little bit bigger, but 2 more fish to catch up to the nephew. I'm on the board though. I got a Ned rig tied on the other pole. This one's just a simple Zebco with the bobber setup, but that seems to be what the perch are hitting on lately with a night crawler. Might throw that Ned rig around here in a minute. If you're new to the channel, we do live fishing every day, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard. A lot of times it's just in my backyard pond. My backyard pond is 4 acres. There's yellow perch, bluegill, the occasional catfish, and large and spotted bass. We're trying to get rid of the spots, but it's a losing battle for sure. I think we'd probably be better if we just tried to get rid of the largemouth and fed the spots. A lot of times we're a catch and cook channel, but today I'm just kind of having some fun, challenging my little nephew to a fishing challenge and seeing who comes out on top. I think we're going with biggest fish versus body count. But it's all for fun. I mean, I don't care if I catch these fish. That's a lie. I absolutely do care. I do enjoy fishing just for fun, but I care if I catch fish. I just can't help it. Fire's kind of getting down to the coals. I think I might just let it go out. Got things to do here in a little bit. Nothing too important. Pretty relaxed day. Just stalling for time while I look for my pliers. I'm gonna cut this little, well, maybe a couple spins, a couple casts with the inline. Bloop. I mean, it's just a simple little rooster tail. But anytime I check out a new pond or a stream, I like those inlines. They tend to do pretty good. A lot of different species will hit it. You know, bass, perch, everything. Everything bites a rooster tail, so. Pretty grassy bottom.
No, I tried to get it, but right here. I noticed it while I was puking.
Nope, that one's done. Use the other pole.
Which one?
The one that's out there, the Zebco. Take up your bobber though. One rod down. Par for the course. He did pretty good though. He'd probably been using that thing for 45 minutes before he got it jammed up.
I got my bottom, but there's a lot of stuff on it.
Yeah, just wad it all up and put it inside that whiskey barrel.
What do I do about the
Throw it in the lake. I just don't think that inline spinner is the move. Making good cast rooster tail, but I think I'd like to throw it out and change it up. Just a simple Ned rig. You know, like I was saying, we spend all these money on jackhammers, whopper ploppers, frogs, fucking helicopter drones, super sonar, and you know, all this fancy stuff, but I mean, this is what I catch the most fish on. Throw that on with the little zoom speed worm, and that's almost a guaranteed bite, you know. But don't get me wrong, those topwaters are a lot of fun. It's kind of repetitive, but it's kind of my little Hail Mary if I want to catch fish. Just a Ned rig, speed worm. Let's get it. What? Hey, we're missing bites. Just put it in that barrel right there.
you want me to grab the whole thing in there?
No, you don't have to put the pole in there. Someone tried to eat me on the way in, and the way he grabbed it, I'd think it's a bass. All right. A lot of ducks on the pond today. There it is. Oh, almost yeeted that little bass to the moon. Just kidding. It's incredibly cringe when old guys use the word yeet, right? Like, bro, you're 41. Why are you trying to talk like a 12-year-old playing Fortnite?
Oh, you use that one instead.
Yeah, I apologize. I'll try to refrain from using Gen Z, Gen A, Gen Alpha lingo. Landon, do you say the word yeet? Do you say the word yeet? Maybe it's a Gen Z thing? Oh man, I'm like multiple. Yeah, see, I'm multiple generations behind in my current slang. Do people still say, like, cool beans? 90s reference there. Fire's going. For the life of me, I can't find where I put my pliers. I'm about a half cup low on coffee. Still, pretty damn good Thursday. Hope you guys are having a good one wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. Why? You're bored or you tangled my shit? Alright, you can quit. He did pretty good though. That was an hour. He was out for an hour fishing pretty hard the whole time. So, you know, I like to beat up on Gen Alpha, but I know plenty of Gen X that can't hang for an hour either. And a lot of millennials who wouldn't even try. So, can't be too mad at the kid. You can go put it back. Thanks for fishing, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun, but it gets boring at some point.
Thanks, Roslyn. Thanks for checking out the channel. I don't think I've seen you here before, but welcome to my backyard pond. I live out in the Pacific Northwest, out on the coast. The ocean's about a mile that way. Yeah, it's calm. It's a beautiful morning. The wind's scheduled to pick up a little bit later this afternoon, but it's pretty good morning. My nephew just caught 5 fish, and I think I've got 2, and just kind of having some summertime fun, you know? Yeah, that's, I share the pond. It's about 5 acres. There's some other houses across the way, but this is just right off my back deck. House is about 30 feet that way. If you're new to the channel, we do live fishing every day, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, leave a like, maybe consider subscribing. It is. It is peaceful. You know, I moved out here from the city probably about 5 years ago, and it's a different pace, you know? I do miss the convenience that goes along with the suburbs sometimes. You know, I'm about 45 miles from Walmart one way. Hey, I appreciate it, Roslyn. I look forward to seeing you around. you know, and I miss fast food occasionally. But housing was affordable at the time that I moved out here. And absolutely love this country life, you know. I was paying way too much for a crappy apartment. Never be able to afford a house where I lived. So I decided to pack up, moved out here 5 years ago, and haven't looked back. These wildflowers are stunning. I don't know if they're wildflowers or if somebody put them here, but they're crocosmia, and they bloom all along the lake bed. These bright orange flowers. They're attached to bulbs and stuff. They're just all over the lake, the front of the lake bed, but they're pretty cool. They're kind of invasive though. If they weren't on the bed, they'd be slowly taking over the yard. I don't mind a few of them, but it's definitely a love-hate relationship with this crocosmia. I'm gonna keep throwing that speed worm, making some good casts. Hopefully we can hook up a bass. Just chilling today. Chilling on a Thursday. You know, normally I'd be at work, but I took some time off. I got my little nephews in town, and I try to bring them out, you know, once a year. They're pretty poor, so they don't get to go on too many vacations. And I live about a mile from the ocean, and I live on a pond, so that's two things kids typically like. So I try to take them out, you know, for about a year, give their mother a break, and kind of get them into some of my hobbies. They typically enjoy that. I've been doing that since they were born, so. Looking for largemouth, but we also got spots in here, predominantly spots. And I've been trying to, you know, cull them out, get rid of it, but I think it's a losing battle. I think we're spot heavy, but they tend to do the best in this particular climate. You know, everybody wants those 10-pound largemouth bass, but they just don't, they don't do well. We don't get those high temperatures. I don't think we've had a day over 70 degrees this year, which is uncommon. I mean, normally we at least make it to 70. And the whole rest of the state's under a heat advisory. And here I am stuck at 62 degrees. You know, I yell at the kids for tangling my line, and yet here I am doing the same thing. Oh, my blue hat. Thanks, Rosalind. I don't know if you're still up in here or if you're already gone, but yeah, lots of hats. Being an old man, it kind of comes with the territory, you know. If you're just getting here, hope you're having a great Thursday. Just trying to chill today. We're gonna rip some lips. Got a little campfire going. backyard pond. I already caught some yellow perch, bluegill, and a little sunfish called a pumpkin seed. If you don't know what they are, they're kind of cool looking. You should look it up. But just throwing a speed worm, or yeah, Ned rig with the speed worm, hoping to land a bass. Just hanging out. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Thanks for checking out the channel. If you're into fishing, feel free. It is, you know, it's a pretty nice day. It was raining a little bit earlier. I don't know where you're from, but hope you're having a good day as well. Somehow we are successfully tied in a knot. Where are you from, Rosalind? You don't have to, like, give me your address, just like what part of the country. There we go. Let's get back out there, do some casting. We got some storm clouds moving in, but it's supposed to rain a little bit later today. Houston, Texas, the South. I bet it's a little warmer than 60 degrees there, huh? Is Texas the South, or is that like strictly Alabama type thing? Let me know. Sorry, we're gonna go for a little bit of a different part of the pond. Hopefully we're gonna switch it up and see if we can find some fish. I'm a little jealous, to be honest. I love where I live. It's beautiful. Everything's really green. But I don't get a whole lot of sunshine. And like I said, I haven't had one day above 70. And I am probably pretty